Hello, VOD watchers. I'm Xenon, and today I'm going to start with Honkai Star Rail. Later, I'm going to do some Final Fantasy with Soul, but that's the plan for today. If you like what you see, drop a follow. If you really like what you see, subscribe. If you want to stay up to date for when I go live, check out Discord, Twitter, and other social media for the going live message. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Future Psycho. Start stuff is done enough. Okay. Hello, Connect. Hello. Welcome back. Okay, let's see. Oh, I gotta make the game visible. There we go. We're gonna get more water before starting. I'll get some more in a bit. Hello, Luna. Hello. Oh, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Okay, let's see. I've been slacking on my dailies this week, so I don't have a lot of stuff. We're gonna need to do all of the Trailblaze commemorants, but we'll start with the Divergent Universe, because that's the part that I have the most fun with. I think there should be a... Oh, it's still the last week. Never mind, we won't do that because I already did this week's one. Okay, that was the only, like, dailies I did was at the beginning of last week. At the beginning of the update I did it, so no Convergent Universe, or Divergent. For now, we'll do a different thing for the... Let me see where I'm at on pools. Yeah, I do have enough for 10 pool. I'll do that in a bit then. And give a little bit of love to Jiao Cho before I start then. These traces are good enough. So I'll just go do some relic grinding. Let me fix the volume. The volume doesn't seem right. Oh, it is at 7, but I'll go to 8 for now. Any games on that phone? I'm sure he does have games on his phone. He seems like the type who would. Oh, I might have to turn it. I'll turn it back to 7 because if I do grinding, it'll be loud. So let's go back to 7. Okay, let's... Oh, I know what I can do grinding wise. Let's go into here. Oh, they have a new one. Okay, then I guess I have to go do that then. Because if there's a new one here, that means there's a new one on the other thing. That means there's new of these too. Let's see. Crit damage. When a target summoned by the wearer is on the field. I don't know what that relates to. Energy regeneration rate. If the wearer is not the first character in the team lineup, then increase the attack of the first character in team lineup by 12. Really a supporter. So that means I will do a simulated universe, but in the back with Herta, because that means there's a new level that I haven't done yet. Let's see. I have to go here. Oh, you've probably seen it on the Discord, but if you haven't, I got, what is I have a Venturine's phone case. I don't have it. Phone's in my purse, but I have a Venturine's phone case in real life. Switch to a Venturine real quick.
Ah, Mr.
It's this one I got. Though the one I've got doesn't look as nice because it's like just like a fan print. And I've got like a little Venturine keychain attached to the phone. Yeah, are there no new ones? Oh, I guess they really aren't making any more stuff here. Okay. I thought there would be a new one because there was a new boss in the Divergent universe. Back to Divergent then. Oh, in the forums section for like topics that I'm really passionate about and like to post like about singular properties, I have like a few in the forums. That's where all the Honkai stuff goes. Like it's in between it like separates the two sections of like the topic chat and the and like general chat. Okay. Which save file was the most cracked? Like in the, like, you still looking for it or just saying how much I've posted in those sections? Though the ribbon is already starting to fray because it got caught on the Velcro of my wallet. Did I make these teams or are these recommended teams? Oh, these are my teams. It's just they work out. Yeah, I was going to just do that one. Oh, should load. Yeah. The phone case came with the keychain. It was because I got the well, first I got like the ribbon piece separate, and I decided I wanted because I didn't have a phone case that had a keychain spot on it, and so I got one that had a keychain spot on it.
Oh, Grace. Rise. World-cleansing dragon.
I weep for the departed.
I mean, like, assumably majority wouldn't, like, or of the participants, well, it could be, it would depend on, like, each, team or whatever, but assumably for the normal team, a majority are already, like, male, assumably. But that's a stereotype, but yours could be, like, the rare exception, with a majority female. Pretty 50-50. Yeah, if it's 50-50, then they should do, like, a boys versus girls, then. But for, like, other ones, I feel like it'd probably be, like, typically it is mostly, like, guys' night.
Rise! World-cleansing dragon.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
What's in your prescription?
Destined for oblivion.
Break!
Can I get a bigger look? I guess it's the biggest look I can get at the new one. I like the aesthetic of this. I'll have to go and see what world they're for.
World-cleansing dragon.
You bully!
Rise!
Hello,
I weep
Hugs.
for the
Hello.
It too shall fall. Again? On the still waters of oblivion.
I'm gonna go grab some more water while this goes.
World-cleansing dragon.
I came back with water that went faster than I thought it was gonna go. I'll go until I run out of the, like, normal amount of stamina. And then I'll go and do the story.
Grace.
Happy New Year!
I'll do a pool first before the story.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Happy New Year!
Again? Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Connect. Thank you. Okay, let's see. How many? 2 more, and then I will do pools.
Vitamins! Happy New Year! You bully!
Again?
Break! World-cleansing dragon.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Okay, 1 more boss fight, then pools. If only the normal one was this easy to go down, but it's because of all the blessings.
World-cleansing dragon.
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Okay, there we go.
All this free time, why not make the game?
Oh, I got 1 more to do, but leveling up the relics will take care of that. Oh, gotcha. Okay, the next one I need for him is his. Let's finish this one up. That's health one. Hello, Xeon. Hello. Hola. What's he looking at like now? He's a usable degree. Let's yeah, I just OLED at you. Okay, it'll work. Okay, let's do a tin pool. I'll have to open it up on the computer one sec. Window. Okay. There are 4 here. Is that enough? Yep, that's enough. Okay. Good. Oh, I got Mose. Okay, that's good. He's the new 4-star. Oh, that's it's Walnut. He's my like mascot that I made up. He's Walnut. He's a walnut shell. I finally translated your Spanish message. Good morning to you as well. Oh, yeah. Pela. Mose. I haven't looked at what Mose can do. Or I don't know what you're actually how you're actually supposed to pronounce it. Assumably it's Mose and not Mose. I wonder if he has, if he introduces himself.
My name is Motza.
Motza.
I am Feixiao's
Okay,
shadow guard. Please stand closer to this side so that you can block other people's view of me. How have you been? Please, no need to shake hands. My hand must remain on my weapon at all times.
He's so edgy.
Goodbyes are unnecessary. I often brush past you on the street anyway. Feixiao's job is to charge at enemy lines. Zhao Chou's job is to plot and scheme. My job is to clean up messes.
English-speaking person pronounce what you're sharing with them properly. I try my best, but it is hard because English has a very like specific pronunciation way and that a lot of other languages don't quite have. But a secondary reason why sometimes when I do purposely mispronounce things is because I'm not afraid, but like I feel like it for some pronunciations, if I pronounce it too correctly, it feels like I'm doing a stereotype, like a stereotypical accent or something, and it feels like instinctually wrong. But it's just about getting past that and like practicing the pronunciation better. So, Moza is his name.
I was raised by the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Never-ending treatments, unreasonable family rules, and temperamental family members. I used to think all these things were a part of normal life.
Is it part of your username, or are you gonna like say it now? Because I don't see. see it. Or are you gonna like send it after? Where or is it in the Discord? Do you have it? But I think you do have a self intro on the Discord. Don't you? Yeah. It says just Xeon though on Discord. Wait, where? Okay, where can I tell people my name, pronounce it, and spell it? Like, I don't see it at the end. Oh, okay. Yeah, my dyslexia. I see it now. I for whatever reason my brain like blocked it out. Okay. I would pronounce that name Ivan. But assumably it's like Yvonne. No, I'm just cognitively blind. I see it now. It took me like a long time to see it. But so my go-to would be Ivan. And my like attempt at like maybe saying if it has like a different pronunciation would be Yvonne. Yvonne then. Or Yvonne. Or more like I. Did I get it right, or am I also making mistakes with it?
If you want to get rid of the messes in this world, you must first get your hands dirty. That's why I wash my hands over and over again. Some people are silent because they have no desires. Some are silent because they have no thoughts. I am silent only because I do not wish to speak.
Assumably because the go-to for like American English would be to pronounce it Ivan because that's like a Eastern European name or something. But though if you're trying to like pronounce it like in a Spanish way, yeah, I would go with like the Evan.
The nickname Crow Feather Weirdo does not refer to my appearance. It refers to when I sent 3 scoundrels to the merciful Medicus with just a crow feather quill. Don't ask me why I used a quill. It just happened to be on the table.
Sometimes it's just a matter of like how much effort someone's willing to make to try to pronounce it correctly.
Hate evil as one hates an enemy? No, no. Would a sewer cleaner hate the filth the city discharges? The people of the Yaoqing like to talk about me. But when some people actually see me, they curl up in a ball and scream.
This guy is so edgy for a 4-star.
Bathing and cleaning up. Getting rid of filth is a great feeling. Being a shadow means that automatic doors often don't detect you. Whatever. I don't usually use the main entrance anyway.
You can't use automatic doors.
Did you know? The groove on a blade is not for channeling blood. It's for making the blade lighter. It's called a fuller.
Yeah.
If you didn't know already, now you know.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like him and Zhao Cho had their stars switch, because Zhao Cho's cool and all, and I love Zhao Cho, but he's got more of a 4-star mentality than Moza.
The Yao Qing is a beautiful Xianzhou ship. It's just a little too close to the denizens of abundance. Feixiao is a personal enemy who took the lives of my family members. But she is also a personal savior who gave me a new
So
life.
fucking edgy.
Feixiao allows me to try to assassinate her at any time. She uses me as a dagger with which to sharpen her senses. This is how she shows her trust in me. But to this day, I have not won a single time.
This guy just keeps getting his ass beat by Feixiao.
He says the general is his patient, but I think the general is actually his doctor. I ran into her in the barracks a few years ago, but she didn't recognize me. I was an advisor to Feixiao at that time, and often had to go to Zhao Cho's home. How could she have not seen me?
I mean, Su Shang's kind of a little bit of a airhead. Haiyan. I don't remember who Haiyan is. That might be one girl's grandpa.
That old man
Yeah,
is
okay, yeah, the
quite
grandpa.
capable. Anyone who has lived that long and isn't sick of himself must be quite capable.
Jing
He
Yuan.
doesn't seem to enjoy his work, but he has still dutifully done it until now. In this way, he is like me. Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
He says that when you get a dupe of him.
Violence is the ultimate means, and it is also my only means.
Dude, just write some smash poetry, you'll be fine.
I shall sink into the shadows and watch over you. The ghosts of the past will always come back to visit. Rest assured, in your time of need, I will be there. I will fight alongside you until the very end. Healer, it is now your turn to experience my life. You focus on drawing attention, and I'll take care of the dirty work. Don't try to show off. Divine foresight, you shouldn't involve yourself in this dirty work. Leave it to me.
He's so edgy. Okay. What even is he's a hunt? Okay. Dagger. The claw glove's neat. Okay. And for now, you get to live at level 1 for a bit. I wonder what Zhao Cho has to say about him. I haven't actually looked at Zhao Cho's voice lines because when I got Zhao Cho, I wasn't in the mood to do a lot of game stuff. I think, or was that the week or no, that was a different week that I wasn't in the mood to do stuff, but I wasn't in the mood for voice lines on that day. Where's his? He's got a lot about a bunch of people. Where is for Moza?
My duty is to heal the general, and Moza's duty is to suppress her eagerness. That's why I'm in charge of cooking and medicine, and Moza handles all the dirty work. You see? Neither of us can slack off.
Say about your general.
General Feixiao is my benefactor and patient. A doctor's life belongs to his patient. I cannot leave this world before she's cured.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's... see what Moza does. Then I guess look at what Feixiao does, but hope. Well, I plan on getting her unless something goes wrong. So. It's prey. Okay, so he marks someone as prey. Temporary depart. Prey's attack Mozo launches a follow-up attack. Prey's he's follow-up though, so I might level him up after all. Prey is attacked, Mozo deals additional damage.
Crow feather stealth.
Ooh. How long does this go for? It's such a long time he gets. I guess until he okay there.
Crow feather stealth. Keep going. I'll handle it. Crow feather stealth.
Okay. Damage. Okay, so he gets 9 charge. Let's see what the enemy launches talents follow attack. Okay, when prey exists on the field, Moza will enter the departed state. After allies attack prey, Moza deals lightning additional damage and consumes 1 charge point. For every 3 points of charge consumed, Moza launches a follow-up attack on prey, dealing lightning damage. When charge is 0, dispels the marker.
Fight changes with changelessness. Like a shadow.
Okay, so he's under them now.
Enemy targets detected. Everything is ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Darkness charged. Darkness charged.
That's all you got?
Time to reap. You cannot hide. Darkness charged.
To be reborn. Who will it be? Ready for another?
I am the shadow.
Well, but that also means he's pretty light on his skill point usage.
There's no time to lose.
In the mood for another beating?
Grasp of nature mastery of immortality.
No manners, huh?
And he's also not even able to be hit too when he's like that.
We have the
Darkness charged.
enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Step up! Nice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Darkness charged.
Huh? Everything is. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
It ain't over.
Commencing support.
Darkness charged.
If he gets his turn back, but he doesn't get it immediately.
To be reborn.
Let's see how Feixiao goes. Allies' attacks can accumulate charge points for Feixiao to use her ultimate. The ally attacks can trigger Feixiao's follow-up attack. Accelerates movements during exploration and pulls enemies. The more enemies are dragged, the more damage it will deal. Okay, then we got...
Let's save some time.
Oh, and that means also for exploration-wise, she's like... She can do both, Jingliu and, what's the other one? And, Wukong, or not Wukong, it's... whatever the other Foxian gal, with the bow. She can do her, like, both abilities at once. She's wind. Oh, and she has a different alt type too, because her alt is also like a different symbol.
Let's save some time.
And then she has to
All
attack.
together. Let's save some time. All together.
And then she also gain. Oh, she'll be pretty good in the simulated universe though too. Or like just because she gains her like charge this way too. Okay. Or weakness type. Reduce enemies toughness. Not weakness, Rock and Feixiao's weakness break. Skill. So she gets an extra follow-up attack on when she uses her skill. A follow-up attack every 6 points. Oh, we didn't even, or I did use Moza's ult, but I didn't even like look at it properly.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring, forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Who's the lucky one
Interesting.
today? You'll make for good practice.
Okay, and she's got
Pardon my
March
manners.
too. Speed.
Fangs and claws got dull. The fearless knows not fear.
Yeah!
That won't do.
Okay, because then she oh yeah, she's really good with March then, because she follows up the follow-up attacks. Her, March, and Moza would be pretty good then.
Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this! Oh, I get it! Ha-sa-shing! Yeah!
I venture forth forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Scared yet?
Never hesitate!
Yep, definitely want her. Okay. Okay, but I took care of all that. Let's continue the story then. Till midnight. Let's see. Go to, oh, what's that? Word section. Oh, what's that? yeah, the name does have like tapir in it. I didn't know the Tespirs were tapirs. The Zhangzhou Zhuming is a wondrous creature that feeds upon human dreams and is often used to treat psychological elements involving anxiety and unease. Oh wait, that's a pet. So are we finally getting a permanent pet? I can't wait to see what that does. Hello, Andre. Hello. Well, that's a cute, like, so it's a background. The faces. And it's a permanent pet. I wish we could have gotten the little lion dog, the D-Ting. Because, like, there was, like, a D-Ting that, like, we had to, like, rehome or whatever. I wish we could have gotten the D-Ting. But the Tespier looks cute, but I like the D-Ting better. Oh yeah, I saw it on, like, YouTube that they're gonna do some sort of collaboration event. I saw, like, it was, like, a clip where, like, someone was telling Welt, like, you have a chance to go home, will you? Or something along those lines. Okay, let's see. I need to go to where the event is. No, not the event, the story is now, though. Mm-hmm. Dawn to War. Oh, the Tells thing. Oh, the one event I didn't actually finish was the Tells one. I could probably go finish it after. It's just a matter of if I didn't.
All this free time, why not make the most of it with a game?
Okay, let's do a different team because this team is not actually a team. It was just putting characters in. Okay, let's see. Do it. Okay, Yanqing, what you got?
Come on in.
After the shackling prison break on the Starskip Haven, like, street or something.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
And on your end?
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hule's escape. And we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Brings you here, General?
Yes. I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
The lip sync is off. I don't know if that's a issue with
one meal away.
With the way I'm capturing it, or if it's just the lip sync was way off there. I mean, typically it's off because they don't try to match it, but like typically at least matches a little though too at the same time.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Okay, it was just that scene.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the 2 Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Dan Heng are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borisin have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Feixiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Feixiao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Okay. I guess we're speaking as March here.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yunli, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
Which 2 parties?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
You could at least postpone it. Say there's some sort of technical difficulties.
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hulei's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hulei actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
I take you on suggesting that. Yulin, are you planning to take up the role of ringmaster yourself, Great General Huayang? Saying Yulin.
Master Yunli, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yanqing?
No, that's not the case.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Law Fu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Law Fu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Link shot.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties
Temporarily
and commanding
unavailable.
Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her.
I don't know if that was my side or both sides. The approach.
How did the infiltrators
Reproach,
learn
not
about the
approach.
location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Ling Sha briefly. I'm pretty sure she's a 5-star, but her design is a little bare bones for a 5-star. Unless she ends up being a 4-star, in which case I don't know who the next 5-star would be, though. This is like the graffiti girl.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borison were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borison share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borison to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true
Foxians are
form
just
will soon
beta
be revealed.
Borison. And that's why, like, Feixiao is able to, like, turn into, like, a werewolf form in the trailer I saw.
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Okay, it was about our general
Looks
here,
like
not
the
about
Alchemy Commission is
Feixiao.
involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borson's body...
They're one and the same.
The Borson are just high Mara Foxians.
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borison have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warriors,
Okay, I know this is
Hello,
really
Psycho.
bad,
to
but
disguise themselves as
I'm already
Foxians.
here, so... Here
Their
we
determination is
fucking
quite remarkable.
Rawr. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bones from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wakey till day Matilde, hee hee.
I need to figure out how to turn that down.
Baby, you so musky. Take me home, pet me, and make me yours, and don't forget to stuff me. See me like my widow, baby, tail for your bulgy bulgy. Kisses and lickies your neck. I hope daddy likey nuzzles and wuzzles your chest. I be getting thirsty. Hey, I got a little itch. You think
Yeah, did you regret it? You should. Thank you for the biddies, though.
Please adopt me. Paws on your butt as I lick my lips. Ooh, punish me, please. Gotta hit him with this furry shit. He don't see it coming.
Lingsha is looking directly at you, Psycho. The girl in the middle here. But hello, thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the hydrate. Stretch. Okay. Okay, so the Borison are quite, since ancient times, the Borison have always sought to have more powerful bodies regarding the Foxians as weaklings, yet in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borison.
It's your money if you want to give it more $10. Just a little rabbit. That's cute. Okay.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Is the pink trail that she's sniffing? Oh, she summons something. Oh, that's why the new, like, equipment also involved, like, summons. The prison guard is collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin pacts, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
They throw them into stars!
Immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But
execution via thrown into the sun.
The Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the
I think Hule would live.
They couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead,
because they tried to kill
exiled
Hule.
a healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Juming.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
We tried to throw into a sun and it didn't work. I guess that's... Oh, I have to rework my team. Around Lingsha. Get a read on her stuff. Oh, I can't even, look at her. Let's just go march in with her then. Because it looks like she summons something. What type of character is she even? Oh, she's a healer. Okay, so we can have Jiao Cho.
Show me your skills, Lingsha.
Peach blossoms and divine sword descend.
It's just a twirling massage. Watch your head.
Nice job!
time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this! Immerse yourself in it. Be a pure body and mind.
Hedge your bets. A little more heat.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Time to cleanse the filth. Ready to shine. Yeah!
Sure, I'll play along.
I probably don't need Aventurine. We'll see.
Not very sportsmanlike.
All in. More seasoned. It's just a tweener massage.
Be a pure body and mind. Oh, I get it. Shing!
Watch your head.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
I don't know how her healing works. Let's see. Hello, Sue, and hello. Okay, we can read these here. Yeah. Are you gonna play it again today? How many hundreds of thousands of points do you have? She's next banner. You have over 200k, damn. I mean, Psycho used bits, but I guess maybe that, I don't know if that cancels it out or not for the point version. So, this is Lingsha. I think she's gonna be the next banner character. She's assumably a 5-star. I forgot to look. I think she's a 5-star. But either way, she's a fire healer. Her single target does that. Her skill, though, doesn't heal, or it does heal a bit, but it does restore HP for allies. I don't know what it scales off of. Okay, so her ult heals and attacks. Increase break damage taken by all enemies. Deals fire damage to all enemies. Same time restores some HP for allies. Her action... Oh, so her talent summons Fuyan, which is this rabbit. Launches fault, so it's kind of like Topaz's like Trotter, but it's a rabbit. It does follow-up attacks. Single random prioritizing targets with toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness dispels 1 debuff from allies, restores HP. Okay, every time she uses her skill, it does more. After using the technique, immediately summons Fuyan at the start of the next battle and increases. Was her skill advances? Oh, I guess it just is a matter of how immediate it is. So she's a more attacker type of healer. I don't know what her healing scales off of, though. We'll have to wait till next banner.
Sure, I'll play along. The duck bust? Or maybe I'll take it all! All in!
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
You couldn't have done it without me.
Did I just get achievement-wise? Oh, so I guess maybe it will, like, if she doesn't keep her, keep it up, it can, like, disappear at some point, I guess. Oh, what's her phone case look like? Oh, that's very cute with the rabbit. And her, like, 3-color hairpiece. I don't wonder what the... Because there's some sort of symbolism with this, like, 3-color, like, little thing, because it doesn't match the rest of her, like, aesthetic. And then her nails also are, like... Other characters had their nails as, like, manicured as her? Let's see. Or I can check March. Okay, March has like one fingernail painted, but like her nails are short on the shorter side. The other girl might have. Her nails are painted, but they're short. No paint. It'd be on like the painted, but on the shorter side, I think. Gloves. 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 A short and unpainted. Oh, I didn't expect hers to have anything. What about you? Short. Gloves. Short. Gloves. Short. Short. Gloves. Gloves. Probably short because she's a child. Short. Gloves. Child. Okay. You'd expect Ting Yoon would have her nails like manicured, but even hers are short. Painted, but on the shorter side. Probably gloves, or her bow hand's not, but gloves. I mean, I guess her nails are technically long because she's got like claw gloves on. But so Lingsha though has like long painted fingernails, which is interesting. I guess they're claws because she's a... Or those hands are gloves. For, on, Lingsha or on somebody else. Lingsha's looks like that it's gotta be her hands, because unless she's wearing, like, fish color, like, stockings on everything. I just assumed she was, like, scaly. They could be stockings, because her legs are, like, a little bit pale, but... I just assumed because she's like a harp dragon. Because she's a Vidyahara. Okay, what, oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna go pee real quick and I'm gonna get some grapes and then I'll be back with continuing this. Okay, I'm back. I got some grapes. I have been eating, like, I have some, like, dried pineapple and melon at the desk here, but, like, I just looked at the sugar. I'd probably be better off eating candy. Or, like, the same as eating candy, because, like, the sugar, like, per, like, amount or whatever is only a little bit less than, like, the Altoids that I have, which are just pure sugar. So I got some grapes instead. Because I'm munchy, but I don't want to eat too much sugar, even though I already ate quite a bit of sugar.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
Ling Shep Hills open the Cloud Knight's armor and stretches her hands
No.
for a moment.
This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
These grapes are also pretty sugary, but it's going to be less sugary than the dried fruit. Because these are the cotton candy grapes, so they're higher in sugar than normal grapes. They're so good. I love cotton candy grapes. Okay. This one's sleeping? Okay. He's sleeping.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Here you go, Master! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs! Watch this!
Yeah. Get it together.
No dirty tricks.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
More seasoning.
Where I was gonna drop a Venturine for somebody. Probably like... I don't know who I would drop him for.
Watch your head.
Yeah! Oh, I get it!
It's just a tweener massage. No dirty. All in. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Just because I don't think he's super needed right now. Because, like, these are story battles and not, like, challenge battles.
Why not have a meal before you leave?
Yeah.
Watch your head.
Yeah! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs! Watch this!
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Awesome! Shing!
All in. It's on me.
More seasoning.
No dirty tricks, all right? Watch your head.
Yeah.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
A little more heat.
Yeah, let's drop a Venturine for Acheron. And just not do some of the battles, but... Also for the sake of this team, like, functioning, oh, it's already functioning fine, but, like, get a little bit more bang from the team instead of just, like, sustainability. Because for sustainability-wise, that team was fine. And for speed-wise, it was just okay. Now this team's sustainability is, like, low, but it doesn't matter for these, like, types of battles, I think. Prisoners on the ground. The joy of regaining freedom and the sudden shock. These two expressions are frozen on the pale face of the moment of death.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borsen are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Lingsha. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borison. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borison kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Lingsha.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Lingsha. Allow me to explain it to you.
Thought you were gonna explain it to me. I had to put down the controller so I could eat more grapes. Okay, I did get that. Okay.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades. Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
What am I doing? It's even necessary. Looks like this is fine. I don't know why it's still floating around.
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Biomimetic weapon that will auto restart even after intel. We go to research on the trace of longevity.
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive! Regenerate, even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. Nice job! The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this!
Be of pure body and mind.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Attack mode.
Get it together.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Lacerate.
Again?
Time to cleanse the film.
Yeah! Oh, I get it!
Detecting damage.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this!
More seasoning.
Threshold. Shutting.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with this mech? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yaoqing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borison control the power of Moonrage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the
that's why
memories
he's got
of his past life?
Memories.
What did you just say?
She
didn't know
believed
either.
that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling.
Meanwhile, Don Hung over here, like I've been a human experimented on.
Quite the contrary.
Comment.
I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
I want Don Hung to be like, hold up a minute. I guess not. Oh, okay. I was gonna see if I could go around a mess of bodies after a fierce battle.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan, Miss Lingshaw?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Now we're gonna be Jiao Cho. 2 dual hours before.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Borson, meanwhile, we don't eat veggies.
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Yeah, but like the peppers aren't that nutritional, so it's not like you need to have them.
You're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou, but in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
It's probably Hulei, assumably.
Hulei.
Yeah.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us, no matter how far you run away.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hulei? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief! She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it!
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Lafu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, your revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports.
Hello, Mushu.
Come
Hello.
back and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Montok's voice actor,
Ever listen to a cub, Montok?
Montok's voice actor, is like an anime, does anime and stuff, but typically he does like whiny protagonist, not like villain. So it's kind of interesting to hear him do villain, especially in tomorrow. For the scheduled thing is we're playing Danganronpa, and he plays the main character in Danganronpa, Makoto. Who's like a whiny protagonist.
I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away, Jiao Chou? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
What did it say there? Not that button. Say the name of it. None Can Hurt Me is the name of his. Was the optional search for help and send news to the outside. Oh, let's look at Hule real quick. Compared to the typical like Foxian like NPC, Hule's got a pretty poofy tail, though it's like more skinny than like playable Foxians. We have super poofy tail. I don't know if am I using their Jiaoqiu or my Jiaoqiu? Can I choose to use my Jiaoqiu? I think it is my Jiaoqiu. See the stats of this one, I guess. Oh, it skips him for seeing the stats. Similarly, mine is probably fine. Okay, so Hule's got like a longer tail than like the other ones. Let's see what... He's still got the cuffs on. Interesting. Okay. Just gonna walk out here.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
If a cold gaze or a cold expression gazes at Jiaoqiu, there's a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, "Every clever little."
Just as I suspected. He's
every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequences. You'll come to regret.
Testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Feixiao personally lead a squad to capture Hule? For now, I'll do as he asked.
I feel like we're gonna get NPCs killed, but I might as well see what the optional dialogue is. So, yeah, this is one of their guys, probably. Or no, he's just a Starship pilot, but like probably because I wouldn't want to trust any Foxians right now. The Starskiff, but yeah, he's definitely a standing pilot. Just an ordinary but hardworking individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understand if you thoughtlessly ask him for aid, you'll reap severe repercussions regardless of the outcome. This is a success or failure.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the Foxian passenger near the Starskiff pilot are looking you up and down.
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go? We need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. What? Are you joking? How can I take you beyond the Jade Gate in this tiny star skiff?
Okay, so picking the red option, I guess, might cause something to happen, but like, it's too bad you can't actually save, or whatever, because I would save and like See what these red options are. I'd feel kind of bad if I got all of the NPCs killed. It's not custom to handling emergencies like this one. I understand. Thoughtlessly ask him for aid. Your repercussions.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dens.
Someone's staring at you from far away.
Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment, if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to ask me.
I'm kind of curious what they'll do, but also, like, I feel, like, very ominous about what they'll do. If you can find one that, like, that one might be the one I go for. Oh, but then going up here, I'm gonna, like, trigger the thing. Is that the only way up there? I think that's the only way up into there. There is a Cloud Knight up here, though, but... Okay, it's just come near here. Okay. Let's see what he has to say, but there's the Foxian watching him.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
Someone's staring at you.
Understood. Please come to me if you need any help.
Voice actress sounds familiar. Hey, Ching Che. From one person to another, hey, can you help? Ching Che, please. You're the only one who can survive the ask. I don't know what I guess I will Google the outcome.
Huh?
This is like one of the more ominous decisions they've ever given.
An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new. Celestial Jade. An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new. Celestial Jade.
Square formation, circular formation, yuan-yang formation. What should we try next?
An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new. Celestial Jade.
Okay, so yeah, so they just die.
Huh?
Ancient game to make your brain feel brand new. Celestial Jade.
Square formation, circular formation, yuan-yang formation. What should we try next?
Okay, so it says if you do ask for help, then you'll hear the sound of breaking bones from the courtyard, and Hule will kill whoever you ask for help from. So we'll just hope that we were suspicious enough.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
You sniff a familiar scent on the Foxian. On the Foxian pilot. The warhead wants to
You're
leave.
not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Warhead.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Xianzhou. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Moktok said there would be insiders to pick us up, but I haven't heard anything yet.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Like, we know this area, though, has, like, camera surveillance. So hopefully they'll pick up Jiao Chou's movements. That's interesting. NPC with white hair. Typically they've got, like, this, like, more gray hair.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from me, Jiao Chou. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time.
An edgelord. So like Hule, the one, the dark, or not dark, the deep voice guy speaking, or do you mean Jiao Chou who's being spoken to? Either way, this is certainly an arc full of edgelords. Weakness, making him believe you surrendered, refuse to let him know you won't talk. Yes, be submissive. The tall man stretches out a finger and touches your shoulder blade with a movement as fast as visible. As if a dagger has cut away a piece of flesh and the pain pierces down to the bone. You can barely stand.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream.
Deep voice guy.
That way no one will die in vain.
He's a werewolf. The deep voice guy is.
I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a
Is
position
Hule's
to
face?
negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
He just got his arm stabbed. I think he can move.
So, is that why the Shenzhou Yao Qing wanted to take me
Oh, you
away?
mean, Hule? I don't think he's tired. I think it's just he's got, like, his face complexion's not good.
I hold the secrets they desire. I still remember.
This is his, like, true form here.
In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Chou?
It was revealed in this arc that the Borison and the Foxian are originally one tribe, but, like, the Borison chose to embrace, like, their like, the beast, and, like, always be, refine themselves into, like, monstrous werewolves. Whereas the Foxian, like, chose to, like, remain human or whatever. But so in their, like, past, the Foxian, being physically weaker, were forced to, like, serve the Borison. But then, they rebelled, and so that's why the Borison were, like, locked up and, like, dispersed. But then, now they're, like, doing a prison break here. But then also, Foxians also have, like, an innate, like, fear of the Borison that makes them, like, submit.
Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well,
And the Borison here are using, like, a special medicine to take on human form.
in our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borison, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borison and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and
I
obtained
think rather than
what he desired.
eye bags, it's just, like, shadows, like, saying that he's, like, got a grave face.
Deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon.
These are...
Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borison warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own. devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us
Or
stronger.
it's like just meant to be like a grave face or whatever to like emphasize the like shape, but it could also be like dark circles because he's like
7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again.
But he's also like forced himself into a form that's like not his like proper form. I think he's had plenty of sleep. He's been like resting for 7 centuries, even if it wasn't restful rest.
All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Chou, I found you.
It was a villain speech about how his heart is like the war chief heart.
I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borison?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Chou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borison? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borison. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
She's the current banner character.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lawfu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Because I don't know where her tail is. I just noticed she doesn't have a tail, or if she does, it's like hidden in her ponytail. Maybe she does, but it doesn't look like that's her tail there. Unless she's got like a short tail. Her trial again real quick. yeah, her tail isn't there. Strange. Her ability's neat, though.
All together.
Let's save some time. This one.
Oh, she's the only Foxian we've seen so far that doesn't have a tail, like, all of the time. Like, sometimes, Huo doesn't have a tail, but that's because her tail is, like, haunted and, like, can leave her.
Huh? Who will it be?
That won't do.
Here you go, Master.
Step up, let's see ya.
I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring, forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Fangs and claws got dull.
For Huo or...
Never hesitate.
Too slow. Trap!
Oh, I get it. Watch this. Time to Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this.
Belle just decides to dip. I mean, he did one time in her story.
Yeah.
I venture forth forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! You're falling apart at
Okay, let's continue here. Is this... Yeah, this team is okay. Oh, no. Oh, hello.
Been here
Oh,
for a
because
while,
the reactive didn't work properly, because I think I know why it's not working, because I'm on the other computer. I thought it would work from this computer.
It's okay, I know.
But I can't share the game for the, what is it? There's a quest on Discord, so that's why I had it shared this way. So if somebody came, they could, like, get the quest for me.
It's fine, honey.
Yeah. I'll switch to the other computer when after, like, the timer's done for the quest.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
Come here.
Bow bow.
Bow bow.
Oh, what's that? March's skin? Oh yeah, March has a special, or it is like a skin, but it's like more than a skin. It's like, it's a different like mode, like how the Trailblazer can swap weapons. March can now swap. Jenner says hello.
Oh. Hey, Jenner, hello. Choo-choo. Don't tell so I flirt with you. What's the day today, Jenner?
Okay. Okay, let's continue on with this. Where do I need to go?
We wish you good luck.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time.
Choo-choo.
It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
The Borison noticed something, and she may have alerted the Borison.
If Yanqing hadn't scared them off, we would not have many clues. However, The more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Novalia to check the situation.
Yeah, put it on pause so we can respond.
Okay, here.
Yeah, I hope you're okay with the cold. For my day, what did I do? I woke up, I had dinner, and then I did stream. How was your day, Roy?
Pretty bad.
Oh, what happened?
Well, after a stream, I actually have finished the Gunpla because I feel sleepy, tired, so I went to bed. And then I woke up, it's noon. It's already like lunchtime, so I had lunch with my mother, and we argue.
And when I went to grab my lunch, I I stopped watching your stream because I was like eating lunch, so I didn't like check back in. But because also because you were the part I was watching, you're just kind of being quiet anyway, so. But.
So lunchtime, it's terrible. I have a disagreement with my mom, and I try to make her understand the why I think that way, and I try to talk with sense, but she just, I don't know, maybe she just can't communicate. She just get mad at me, and then we argue about financial stuff. So I will try to make it brief, but it's I got a new closet and desk, and my mom asked me to pay for partial part not fully but part. And I agree because I think she has no reason to pay everything, so I say okay, but I didn't give her right away because many years ago that when I walk in for the substitute school, every month my salary I would gave my mom $5,000 every month. No hesitate, no debating. We agree that I will give her this money because in Asia we say it's shouting fei. It means be a good kid money. You know, Asia love money. Yeah, so back then when I was working at a substitute school, every month I would give her $5,000 for each month. A good kid money for her, no hesitate. But I have to say, back then my salary wasn't very high. I mean, for a freshman, it's normal.
Yeah.
But I gave her $5,000 is very a lot for a freshman in started work. And she and sometimes she would tell me that some of her friends' kids give a lot of be a good kid money to their parents. So I feel bad because I've tried my best. And we live at the capital, so it will cost a lot to live in the capital. And not to mention that I'm a freshman, I gave her $5,000 a month, but my sister and my brother, they didn't do that because my brother live outside, so he paid rent and didn't give any be a good kid money to my mom. And my sister, she's just a bastard, so and so she didn't give it to my mom at the same time. But that's not like I'm trying to it doesn't mean that I don't want to give it to her. I think I should because she raises through her best to raise Earth 3. But so I think it's like a payback. But and then there's one time she say if I trying to pass the exam to be the government staff, like a worker in the government, Then I told her, but if that's so, if I prepare that, that means I have to like full-time job for studying, then I can make any money. Then I will have financial issues. I don't think it's a good idea. And then she said, "Don't worry. I like, just don't worry. She will pay it for me like that. Like each month, she will trying to fix this." So I agree. But in the end, that when I decide to go to the trying to pass the government tests or government job exam, that she didn't do that. So for the first like 8 months, I was use my deposit in the bank, and I barely have any like entertainment events. I just study at home, but my mom didn't do what she said. And after 8 months, I ran out of the deposit in my bank, so I started to ask her for like bills or like my mobile have to like tag it of the mobile, something like that. But it's just like basic stuff, really basic. I didn't ask much, but she just when she totally forgot what she promised me, and then when she gave me like just $3,000 for each month, she will be hesitate, and even told me that maybe you should ask your sister to help you with that. I was so disappointed in her because that's not what I treat her before.
Yeah.
So I feel hurt and angry. And then we argue about this. And she said, "Oh, I forgot I told you about that." So after that, she paid me like that. But she gave me like $3,000 for each month of for those tickets and bills. But still, I think it's like a thing I will never forget. And then so that's the reason why she asked me about the closet. Maybe I should pay partial. I say, okay, but I didn't pay it right away because I think it's a revenge. Like if she did that to me, then I for that day on, I would not be that like kind and have no hesitate about this anymore, because I think that people will treat each other equal. So I decided to delay the time, which I should just give it to her. But in the end, I told her I will still give it to you, but the reason why I delay the time is because this. It's a revenge. Like that. But I told her that actually I feel really like hurt, but she just don't give a fuck about that. And she said she's like in a hurry for a concert with her friends, so she have to take the mid train right now. But like she gave me like she take the money like let me try to organize my words. Anyway, the way she acts, it feel like she doesn't care about like my emotion. But when she feel hurt, she will ask us to care about her feeling. So I think it's like terrible. And yeah. So because of now I'm like graduate school student right now. So now my financial situation is that they have to like while I'm a student, I will do part-time job, but still if the part-time job is not like enough to supporting my life, then they will deal with that. They will help me about that. But so but you know, I love buy stuff like gunpla or like military supply stuff.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have financial issues. That's just because I like to buy those stuff. So even each meal I have instant noodle, I would save money to buy those stuff. That's me. But my mom, when she saw me buy those stuff, she was like, "Oh, you have a lot of money, huh? Because you buy those stuff." And she just keep like have no limit or distance of this. Just keep like talk about want to control my life. That's my feeling. But so this like the lunchtime I told her the reason why I delay for pay the part, and and then I told her that I wish I told her like please do not like delay the time you should like we deal with we agree with this, so please do not like delay the time we like already like settle down about this, and do not like trying to say anything about what I use the my deposit or things are what I want, because I'm not a robot, so I cannot just live and breathing for I cannot just live for just breathe to live. I need like something entertainment stuff to make me feel I'm still living. Okay, I'm not a robot like that. But she just can't understand. So I say just like when I my mom likes to travel around the world, and I say every time you travel around the world, I won't say anything about that because it's your money, like that. But she just said I'm your mom. I'm your like elder, so you should not judge me about that. So okay, sorry, it's a long story, but okay.
That's fine.
It's my lunchtime.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check on the the game because you had the thing open on the game. I got my little like mission thing done. But yeah, I'm sorry that happened. Thank you for the head pats, Jitter. I'm sorry that had to happen.
It's okay. Just another time disappointed. Even when I talk to her with like obviously emotional voice or emotional it's obviously I care about this, but she just saying I'm gonna be late, I cannot talk to you anymore, okay, I'm gonna go out, take care of yourself, bye.
It's just like a thing parents do.
What?
It's just parents have are bad about that type of like emotional like coldness or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like she doesn't care about me or anything. And I don't know how to describe it, but I like she even like took $4,000 and put on a desk and say, okay, here you go, you don't have to pay the parts. And I get more angry, and I say,
And she's missing the point.
yeah, I say, are you trying to insult me of this? That's nothing to do with the money. Yeah, so I didn't accept the money. I give it back to her, say I don't want this. This is not what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Okay, that wasn't me. That's my cat.
Let's see if this works. Okay. I tried to get a reactive up on the screen a different way, but because I'm like not streaming from the computer that the call's on, it's not working out. So you'll just have to be disembodied for a while longer.
It's fine. I can be invincible, man.
Okay, I'm gonna resume the game.
Air hug.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Okay, her voice is hot.
Let's see. So we have to figure out who the spy is, because there's like there's spies.
There's a spy.
Or spies have like infiltrated the country, and so we have to like figure out who the spies are.
Oh. I'm thinking about today there's the military supply like exhibition or like 小摊贩怎么讲 a street like a street for like only for several days, and today is the last day. I only got the news that yesterday, and I'm thinking maybe should I go there to buy some military food?
If you want, but certainly your guys' military food would be better than ours, but I know ours is pretty notoriously bad.
Yeah, America's military food is bad. I ate it before. But the German one is good. So I'm thinking, should I like go there, pay a visit, and then see what kind of cool stuff I can get? Or should I stay at home and finish the Gun Plus stream? Because it's very hot outside. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. What do you think, honey?
I mean, if it's early, there's also tomorrow, but I doubt tomorrow's going to be any cooler than today. And you're probably busy tomorrow too, huh?
Tomorrow? No, today's the last day.
Oh, today's the last day. Okay, I thought tomorrow was the last day. I mean, if you really want to go get it, you should go get it. Especially since it's on like one of your days off or whatever. Unless you want to really finish the Gundam.
Hot decision.
Talk to these guys. They're dressed like they're from the Realm Keeping Commission.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer and Avalia
Oh,
is
yeah, they're
on lockdown now?
definitely suspicious. They're asking, who are you to Zhao Fei?
If you lost tourists.
They're like, who are you? Don't you know this place is like off limits to like outsiders? Meanwhile, we have like a general with us. Oh, it's on lockdown?
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Xianzhou Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Okay, I guess we gotta question them all and then we'll find out. Then Cloud Knight is suspicious because he's only one Cloud Knight when they're supposed to be in teams of 2.
Lieutenant Yanxing, and
he recognized
Feixiao.
What is it, Jitter? Are you saying Xenon? What is it? Okay, yeah, so I'll finish up this little bit here then. Are you, is it, Roy, are you gonna end up going out probably to, the military thing, or?
I think so, but why ask?
I'm just saying, like, about what time, because, Jitter says she wants to start, Final Fantasy a little early.
Okay.
So I'm gonna finish up here in this game and then go over to the other place.
Hmm.
I gotta finish this up, though. Thank you for the hydrate.
Jitter! Juju! Okay,
You're aware of the Borisin prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Just a smidge, yeah. So, like, yeah, so, like, in, like, 40 minutes or so. Or, like, 40, 50 minutes from now.
Hmm.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yanqing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Of course, we asked him more questions when those two are more suspicious that they don't recognize Yanqing and Feixiao.
What did you say?
Hey,
Or what?
there.
Which name?
From wandering around Stargaze
Wait,
and
what?
Navalia if you're not.
Feixiao.
Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yanqing.
Okay.
How was her name pronounced?
I don't know. But you pronounce her name like you sound like a sob.
Like a what?
Like a sob.
Like a oh, like I'm crying.
Hmm. Not crying. Like. Did I?
I heard sob.
mispronounce it?
I heard sob.
No.
Okay.
I say sop.
Sop. I don't know what word.
Wait, I must pronounce it like wrong way. Can you say her name again?
Feixiao.
Oh, soap. Yes, soap. Sorry.
No, soap. Well, because it's spelled like Feixiao. Xiao. Like it's spelled like Fei, like Fei, and then like Zhao, like small is how it's spelled in English. But like that's the English. But...
Oh, Feixiao. Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh. I thought you say Feixiao. Okay, so she's not. She's not Feixiao.
That's just I'm just saying that English is like spelled like Fei and Zhao like small. But that's probably
okay.
Yeah, but that's probably not the the meaning. I'm just saying that's like how it's spelled in English.
I think it's Feixiao.
Feixiao.
Yes.
Okay. Start here.
I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
The start, or from the Skyfaring mission.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Thought it was strange that they didn't
Why
even
are
let
you
us
still
question them
here?
either.
As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
You're not the same
Sounds like a
general.
good brew.
What? Yeah, she's a general from, like, the allying, like, state or whatever. Because, like, the Zhangzhou is an alliance of, like, ships. So, Feixiao is from, like, a different ship, but still part of the same, like, overarching country.
In the mood for
Or, like,
another beer?
alliance, rather. The same, like... So she's from the Yaoqing, whereas this is on the Lofu.
It ain't over.
Watch your head. I hit the mark.
I like adding fuel to the fire. A little more heat.
Jiao Cho is also from the Yaoqing.
It too shall fall.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
All in.
Step up, let's see ya.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
Hello, Cat. You can put some, like, short blurbs, but I won't go, like, too deep into them here, because I'm working on story right now. But you can give, like, a few blurbs if you'd like, I guess. Well, yeah, also the Pink Fox guy. Jiao Cho is so great. I love Jiao Cho. I almost like Jiao Cho better than Feixiao, but Feixiao, though, is, like... Oh, kids, I like Hot Pot. I like his Hot Pot stuff. I like that he's Hot Pot themed. And I like that he's, like, more, like, of a like a clever fox type of character, whereas I like Feixiao too quite a bit, but she's more of like a her thing is that she's like a badass, but there's like so many other badass women in this story.
She's hot.
There's only like 3 sneaky guys.
Oh.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner.
She let him go on purpose.
Alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
Okay, I guess we get a question what she is, but like I get okay because Trailblazer hasn't been given the information that the Foxians and the Borison are like the same species, but like that have gone through different like training methods.
The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance, I'd love to hear stories of your past, General.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
1 hour before the war dance convenes.
Please, save me.
Oh.
I want to live. Doctor!
So very sorry. It's more in depth than just, this, but her saying well, I was one of them. We'll see backstory. Okay, so Kat's first D&D character is the vessel of Asmodor, a sword king, more an ancient dude, first vessel of the demon king. He looks cool. An apostle, basically through heaven. Okay, best of luck with your writing then, Kat.
Xiao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open. Just like...
Oh, her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiao Xiao?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now.
Serious, like, doctor scene. Random medicine called tumble dust.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiao Chou?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borison bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borison. Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. Oh, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths.
That's what I was gonna question.
They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow.
So as the pieces are coming together more and more, it seems like rather than like what I was thinking was the Foxians and the Borisin being like separate tribes that have like diverged, it seems like more that the Borisin are like the nobility of like the Foxians, and that like it's like they're like they're like they have stronger bodies, and so they're able to withstand the moon rage and become the werewolves, whereas then the Foxians deny the like transformation and stay in their human form. Because then they've always talked about how the Foxians have like very like sensitive like health or whatever, like they are very sensitive to any change in like body chemistry or like hormonal chemistry, that they can go into like shock with just like a slight change of their like internal chemistry. But it's just that, so like the Borisin though I guess are like close to their like nobles, but so the wolf guy Hule, he'd be like he is edgy because he is like their previous like warlord, their like genocidal leader who used to roll over them with an iron fist and treat the Foxians poorly just because they refuse to like give up their human form. And so of course he's gonna be edgy.
Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle and dive back into the boiling broth. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation, all the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return.
But if you think these parts are edgy, wait until you see Moza. He's even more edgy than all of this.
Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own 2 eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Feixiao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox. As the wolf's creed goes, gift the wolf a dead end where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the war dance will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down,
Honey?
Moktok. Look at you now,
Go out
hiding
now.
and fearful.
Okay.
Where
Best of
is
luck.
your
Hopefully you find some
dignity?
good meals.
Bow bow.
Bow bow.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar trying to use Duran's offspring. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs, with our fangs bared.
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Oh, they can. I guess they can convert Foxians, maybe?
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Here's Moza, the edgiest of the edgelords.
Jojo. Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs! we shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize.
You can't take him seriously.
Do you hear that?
Hule or
the rumble of the cannons. It brings back
Moza.
all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the wolf's creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
Now we get to be March. Time for some real tonal whiplash. What the issue? So Hule's who you can't take seriously?
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
If they give me back my freedom, I'll go back to Moza's lines
To come and watch
in
if
his
they didn't make
menu.
a huge spectacle. March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
What did I come here for? I'm here to be the ringmaster on behalf of Master Yan Qing. I'm here to ensure the safety of the war dance.
That was the mission my grandfather entrusted to me. You just relax and keep guard over the ring. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Luofu swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good master Yanqing as the ringmaster. But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the confidence when I agreed to help General Huaiyan. Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Luofu shall all be taken by the Zhuming. Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence? March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right? Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
Let's get going then.
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go! Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready. March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Oh, no, we're finished speaking. Okay. Let's look at Moza. Then I'll wrap everything up because I'm not gonna have time to continue the story. Oh, that's March. Okay, where's... Oh, Moza's at the very end because I just got him. Here's Moza.
My name is Moza. I am Feixiao's shadow guard. Please stand closer to this side so that you can block other people's view of me.
I think because we're gonna, it's probably gonna be that, because, like, people are, like, trying to board the ship to watch the, like, festivities for the, like, swordsmanship competition. So I think it's gonna be that while March is, like, fighting in the swordsmanship competition, the Borisin are gonna break in and, like, disrupt the festivities or something, so they can have, like, the big, like, cinematic scene of everyone finding out that, like, the Borisin are attacking. Because until then, I think they're just gonna, like, find, like, slim pickings on the streets.
How have you been? Please, no need to shake hands. My hand must remain on my weapon at all times. Goodbyes are unnecessary. I often brush past you on the street anyway. Feixiao's job is to charge at enemy lines. Zhao Chou's job is to plot and scheme. My job is to clean up messes. I was raised by the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Never-ending treatments, unreasonable family rules, and temperamental family members. I used to think all these things were a part of normal life. If you want to get rid of the messes in this world, you must first get your hands dirty. That's why I wash my hands over and over again. Some people are silent because they have no desires. Some are silent because they have no thoughts. I am silent only because I do not wish to speak.
That type of stuff is like what he
Bathing
says.
and cleaning up. Getting rid of filth is a great feeling. Being a shadow means that automatic doors often don't detect you. Whatever. I don't usually use the main entrance anyway. Feixiao is a personal enemy who took the lives of my family members. But she is also a personal savior who gave me a new life. Feixiao allows me to try to assassinate her at any time. She uses me as a dagger with which to sharpen her senses. This is how she shows her trust in me. But to this day, I have not won a single time. He says the general is his patient, but I think the general is actually his doctor.
Yeah, so that's the type of character Moza is. He's a funny edgelord. I don't have Feixiao yet. Okay, what else should I take care of before I move on? Oh yeah, this. Okay. Oh. Okay, this got, like, turned off at some point. Oh yeah, I should gotta pick ones that I need. Of course, they don't give me the counts for those ones. Okay. All of that. Okay, let's swap games around. How many days are left in the week? Check the needless honor real quick. Okay, yeah, I can do all the other weeklies tomorrow or tonight. Okay, close this out and switch over. Okay, I'm in the Final Fantasy voice call. I should be. Oh, yeah, you can do it that way, huh? That's kind of funny. So, because it's on a different server, when I click to join, the Final Fantasy Discord, I'm still also in the guest Discord, because I'm on the other computer on the guest Discord. I forgot that it does work that way. I'm gonna go kick both out of there. Can I kick from over here? I'm gonna see what happens if I watch my own stream. Okay, it doesn't let me. I was curious if it would. Oh. It opened up some sort of window. Oh, it watched, okay, then watching that stream, okay. I didn't know that's what watch stream meant on that. I didn't know you could click on people in a Discord call to watch the stream that they're streaming on Twitch. Okay, I gotta move though. Move myself though out of that call. Okay. So serve over. Okay, this. Okay. Move Roy from there. Connect. Okay, let me switch games now. Should I break the universe if you do that? Because the way I have the audio on the going through the capture card, I would be able to listen to both streams from the same pair, or not streams, both calls from the same pair of headphones. That's kind of an interesting way to be in two calls at once. Okay, let's open up. Oh, I gotta change my reactive. Get rid of this other reactive I just created. Okay. Get rid of that browser source. Okay. Okay. Final Fantasy. You're sweating and you're rushing around. Sure. Or to get yourself like ready. I guess. Down south, down here. Well, I guess you're more east now, aren't you? Because you moved somewhere like eastward. But like here in like the middle of the country, California, the temperature actually dropped quite a bit the last couple of days. It's actually 70 degrees outside right now. I've got everything open.